First, I want to just say what a hard-fought game. Mississippi State, they just battled all night. You know, we got off to a great start tonight, and they weathered the storm. And then when it was our turn to fight back and get through a down cycle in the game, we did that to finish the game strong. Fortunately, they missed some free throws, just like we missed a few. And then, you know, we were pretty good in overtime. We got some stops, a lot of contributions from a lot of different players. Obviously, Retin again led us again, and you know, he's been playing like Superman for us and just strong. He gets stronger as the game goes on. Justin Coleman helped us out tonight. Jimmy Taylor had some more energy. Arthur Edwards came alive for us in the second half. Riley made some timely three for us, or two. So just a great team effort. These overtime's been pretty good for us this year. So, but again, Mississippi State fought hard. We fought hard. Fortunately for us, we've had a lot of these close games, and I'm glad we were able to pull through.
Thanks, Coach. Let's take questions for Retin first so he can change. Go ahead, Cecil.
Retin, at the end of regulation, you're just trying to go to the basket and draw a charge. What happened there?
I mean, you guys saw it. I drove in there. Mississippi State, he did a great job of cutting me off, going right, and the official called a charge. So now as a player, I got to do a better job of reading what the defense is going to do. But still, I'm proud of our teammates and how we were able to still get the W in overtime.
Yeah, I was going to ask, you sort of shake that off and come back in overtime. What was the mindset going on the floor in overtime?
The biggest thing was just staying positive. Our mentality is always next play. So whatever happened, you know, in the first half or at the end of the second half, we just want to focus on the next play and controlling what we basically can't control. So that was the mindset going into the timeout and going into overtime.
Coach talked about how State weathered the storm, and he said y'all kind of weathered the storm. How do you think y'all weathered the storm there when they kind of pushed out the lead there in the second half?
I think we did a great job because, I mean, eventually we're leaving with the win. But at the same time, we got to do a better job. There were opportunities where we had the lead, and then we let them kind of, I think they went on a 14-0 run in the second half. And as a team, we got to do a better job. I got to do a better job taking care of the ball and making better decisions. But just like Coach said, basketball is a game of runs. So at the end of the day or at the end of the game, the team that can make the most runs will eventually get the W.
Avery talked about that a little bit, but Coleman down the stretch, hitting that three-pointer from the corner. I mean, just what do you think of his play down the stretch?
Man, he was huge. He was really huge for us, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for him to see just hit those big shots because I know he got it in him. You know, he's one of the hardest workers I've ever met. You know, I see him in the gym late night myself. So just for him to see the ball go through the net is obviously a big confidence boost for us as a team, but also for him. So I'm really proud of him, and I trust him. You know, that's the main reason I passed it to him, and I was telling him to shoot the ball. And no, he was huge for us down the stretch. He was absolutely huge.
Anything else, Rhett? All right, Rhett, you're good. Thank you, man. Go ahead and take questions for Coach Johnson. Go ahead, Cecil.
Two things right quick before you guys ask me a question, and I'll get the Retin on the second one. The first thing is, we understand that both teams wanted to win this game, all right? It's Mississippi State against Alabama. But more importantly, however you guys get this out on social media, please, all of the residents of Starkville all the way back to Tuscaloosa, please, you know, follow the instructions of the weatherman. You know, lives are more important than basketball. And, you know, I went through a lot, you know, living in New Orleans. So please, all right, yeah, we're happy to win the game, but there's some bad weather out there. And we may not even be able to get home tonight. So please take cover. And the second thing is, Retin, you guys are, as you're writing your stories, you know, this is he's one of the most improved players in the country. And he's doing a heck of a job for us on all levels. He guards the best players, he scores, he plays heavy minutes. And you've been around, a lot of you guys have been around the SEC longer than I have. So it's a nice story of what's going on with Retin Obasohan. So that was my only two things.
Go ahead, Cecil. Start something.
Coach, Justin didn't practice yesterday.
No, he was in the booth.
And how close was he to not being able to go?
He was a game time decision. That turf toe, I've had it before. It's very temperamental, and it's aggravating. All right, it's kind of like a hamstring. But, you know, we were able to get him some treatment. You know, he went through shoot around this morning, put the boot back on, came back out and warmed up and said he wanted to give it a try. I was trying to get Lawson Shea for a few minutes there just to get him some confidence just in case we needed him. But Justin had one of his better games of the season, and it was very timely because we needed all of his contributions tonight in this game.
And then to follow up on Shannon being out and then Mike going out.
Yep, that's what's been happening for us. We having to put a lot of patchwork lineups together because of all of the injuries. But the next guy up, Riley played a lot of 4 for us tonight. You know, in our next game, if Mike can't go, I may have to play, you know, both of my centers together, Dante and Jimmy. But this has been pretty much a microcosm of our season. We just play. We don't make excuses. We just play. And we've lost our share of close games. LSU at home by 2. A couple other games in conference. But fortunately, we had some good fortune tonight because this game could have gone either way.
And Mike was ankle or knee?
Knee. Yeah.
At the end of regulation, I think y'all fouled Sword to force the 1-1. Was that just a miscommunication right there?
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. That was a miscommunication that we have to, or I will take care of. Yeah, that was very disappointing. But fortunately, he missed a free throw. We missed some free throws down the stretch too. But fortunately, he missed a free throw. But in that situation, we got to have better communication, and we just didn't get it.
And then in overtime, they were down 3 with about 10 seconds left. They didn't take the 3. Were you surprised that they went for the 2 instead of shooting the 3 in that situation?
No, and I just think it's different strategies. Sometimes on the NBA level, I've seen times where guys go in those situations and get a 3-point play. Sometimes that's just as good as a contested 3, especially depending on your timeout situation. So, and everybody has different strategies in those situations. I've had teams when I've been up 3, and then I foul the guy, and then he makes makes a 3, and it's a 4-point play. And then I went to not fouling guys, and then he makes the 3, and you don't foul him. So it's just whatever your philosophy is. A lot of people got different philosophies. I don't think anything is a perfect philosophy.
You mentioned MSU's resiliency. It seems like whenever they were coming back from being down or building a lead, Gavin Ware was kind of the main guy in that.
We really had no answer for him tonight. I mean, we did everything but send all 5 of our players, but we couldn't do that because we were very concerned about their 3-point shooting with Witherspoon and Newman. So we were trying to live with trying to deal with Ware as much as we could. We were very unsuccessful there, and he made us pay. But Jimmy made some nice plays for us. Got some nice timely blocks. One block there at the end that helped us. But we got to do a better job making our free throws. We got there, more than our opponent, which is rare for us. So we just got to keep plugging away. As I told our team before the game, we got 10 games left. Prior to this game, and we got to make a move. We got to do something.
You mentioned Witherspoon. Just what do you think of his all-around game? Obviously, a guy that they moved to the forward, and it seems like he's kind of found his place there too. Just his all-around game.
Yeah, watching him on film, if you look at his last, I think 5 to 7 games, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers. Great size. He can play some 3, play some 4. Has he become a better ball handler? Who knows? He might be able to play some 2. I like his game. I think he's a nice-looking young man. We were definitely concerned about him coming into the game and, his 3-point shooting. And fortunately, for us, he didn't make any tonight.
What did you do against Newman and Witherspoon specifically to kind of prevent them?
We can't give out a scouting report, but I will say we just tried to change up our defenses. I mean, you saw it. It's just a little zone, little man, and hopefully just give him a lot of attention.
Let's do 1 or 2 more questions.
Yeah. You're down 7 with 5 minutes played, not on a big run. Again, you talked all year about giving him some love. How did you handle him in that situation?
But see, so in that situation, I think probably before being down by 7, there was a stretch where we were up by 8.
Okay.
So the bigger question is how did we lose the lead? And I think it's showing on the stat sheet, 20 turnovers. We had a stretch there in the first half where we could have gotten some more separation, but we turned the ball over. Again, we turned the ball over, I think 3 out of the first 5 possessions, I don't know exactly, in the second half. That's areas that we need to continue to work on. But fortunately, when we got down, we didn't quit. The team been very resilient all year. They haven't quit.
Let's do one last question for Coach. Anything else?
Okay, thanks, guys.